What do five-star hotels and racehorses have in common? Up until now, not much. But a designer of hotel gyms has helped create a water treadmill for racehorses. And as Lucy Shannon reports, the Tasmanian trainer behind the idea claims it's turning injured horses back into champions.
In a quiet corner of southern Tasmania, Brendan McShane trains racehorses, just like his father did before him. As the ubiquitous trainer's cap goes to show, horse racing is an industry full of tradition. But when it comes to rehabilitating injured horses, Brendan McShane wanted to break new ground.
I wanted to have that point of difference, and I wanted to be able to start where other trainers are finding it difficult to fill the need, and that's with horses that need rehabilitating. And also to safeguard owners that invest in yearlings and 2-year-olds to protect their investments right from the word go, so we don't have to rehabilitate.
And this is what he came up with. It looks like a cross between a treadmill and a spa.
The other machines will just have dry treadmill, or they'll have 8 horses in a unit working together slowly in water. That wasn't enough. We wanted something that was going to rehabilitate and train.
It can be raised and lowered, tilted forwards and backwards, as well as take varying water levels and temperatures. The healing power of water was something the trainer learnt in a previous business venture. The McShanes were once dairy farmers, but when low prices forced them to the wall, the younger McShane began selling the milk to trendy day spas to be used for milk baths.
I've now exported the same product to 8 countries. It's just all by chance, really. I've learnt a little bit on the way, but I have also had to study so that I could talk to day spa managers across Australia about water therapy and the benefits of using my product in their spas. And to that I've learnt that all the benefits of working in water, whether it be warm or cold water, have an effect on the body. And back into the horse racing industry, it's very easy for me to manage a rehabilitation process for horses using water therapy.
Through that work, he met an international designer of day spas and hotel gyms. The designer found himself accepting probably the strangest job offer he'd ever had and began working on the prototype. Have they ever made horse spas before?
No. His line is treadmills and spa baths for 5-star hotels. He's in Italy at the moment building one for a private client.
So what was his initial reaction to you asking him to build one for your horses?
Yes, he's a go-getter.
And has he been down to see it?
Yes, he's come a couple of times, and you can see the joy that he has in his creation. He's built this machine for us, and he's very keen to market them.
The McShanes have invested more than $150,000 in the venture. They say it's already paying for itself. This horse, Secdol Roo, has had his fair share of injuries, but the trainer says the water therapy has brought him back from the scrap heap.
We brought him back after 2 knee operations, and we were really on the last stop as far as it got to with his career. We put him into 2 races, and the rider came back and said, "This horse is not right."
Racing.
Once we started using the cold water, the improvement was virtually instant, so we took him back to the races. We gave him a cold water treatment on the morning of the race, and he ran a bottler of a second at Launceston. And then we brought the horse home and gave him a cold water treatment on the Sunday night. We gave him cold water treatments on Monday, Tuesday, and before a race on Wednesday, so we backed him up in 3 days. For a horse with a leg injury, that's pretty well impossible. We backed him up in 3 days, rising up a class, up in distance, and the horse was beaten ahead. And it was amazing.
And he's kept up his good form. Brendan McShane says it's not just about winning races, though. It's because he loves his animals.